So for today, we're going to be looking at the Iron Intent armor set for the Warlocks. If you guys don't know, we've already done the review and shader video. They're both right here. And we've already done the Hunter and Titan videos. They're both right here as well. So definitely check those videos out because I do think the Hunter and Titan's got some really good sets. And the review video just shows you how it looks and how it shaders. And the shader video is literally what it is. It's just all the shaders. Well, not all of them because it'll take me forever, but it's my favorited shaders. So if you want to see your favorite shader, let me know in the comments below and I'll see if I like it, and if I do, I'll definitely put it on my favorites. But as of now, I'm really excited to showcase some of these just because I do think the Warlocks got some pretty cool sets. That being said, there is one set that I kind of regret in this one because a commenter reminded me of a set that I wanted to do with it, but because I'm just the dumbest fuck in the world, I totally forgot to put it in there. So I will most likely make a set off camera and then just show you a picture of it, or not. We'll see. Either way, let me know what you guys think. If you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe. It really does help because a huge portion of people are actually not subscribed. So if you can do me a favor, like, comment, sub, hit the bell notification because that also does help. Other than that, let's get into it. So to start off, we're going to be using the helmet. For this one, we're going to be using sun bracers with the Eyes of Mercury exotic. So for this one, Hexer robes with the Iron Intent helmet is just such a no-brainer. It's such a cool combination. The Iron Companion legs and the Iron Forerunner bond. So yeah, if you really wanted to go for just an Iron Banner look, this is the set. Considering, well, aside from Hexer robes is not Iron Banner, but it gives off the vibe of an Iron Banner. So like, I really like this set just because the helmet with the chest piece is such a good combination that it literally makes me look like a Viking. And the Iron Companion legs, honestly, you could put really almost anything here just because the robes really do cover a lot of it. And the Iron Forerunner bond, I just like it a lot because of the horns and it gives off that that vibe of Viking. That being said, I would probably change the shader. Eclipse Tempest is a dope shader, but not for the Iron Forerunner bond just because it gives off that green. I'm not a big fan of that, so I'd probably just switch it out for something else. That being said, overall, I really do like this set. The only caveat to this is the fact that if you decide not to use any of these pieces and there's a glow for those, I would switch out the Eclipse Tempest shader completely just because the Eclipse Tempest is a purple glow. So if you want to have a glow that is good with the Eyes of Mercury ornament, you definitely would have to switch out some other shaders here and there. There are some shaders that have that blue. I mean, I've showcased this, the Eyes of Mercury with those shaders in multiple videos. So, and I think I do have a Sunbracers video as well. So if you guys want to check that out, definitely check it out because I do use the Sunbracer or the Eyes of Mercury in that one as well. And yeah, overall, I think this one might be the best set. Let me know in the comments. As for the next set, we're going to be utilizing the Iron Intent arms. Now, this one is interesting considering it gives off, I don't know, like for me, it kind of gives off like a runner type of thing, like a, I don't know, like this one's definitely rule of cool because it doesn't have like a general theme to it. So for this one, Hood of the Great Hunt, the Hardened Basilisk robes, the Mind Striders for the transversive steps, and then Shadestalker bond just because I do think it looks cool. So yeah, this one's like generally just a rule of cool type of situation. For the shader and Omnicronia is what we chose specifically because there is a glow on the Shadestalker bond, and Omnicronia not only does a good job at combining a lot of the colors into the same color, specifically any armor plating will be orange usually, and then any cloth will usually be navy. But the glow is also that blue on the Mind Striders. So nothing too crazy to talk about for this one. It literally just was, I think the set just looks really cool. That being said, Hardened Basilisk is not available anymore. So if you were to ask me like, oh, what would you switch out for Hardened Basilisk? It would honestly just be something that's like simplistic and robing. Just because again, that's kind of like the whole point of this. It's not supposed to be super complicated. So I mean, to be fair, it could look cool. It's just for me, I decided to go with something very simplistic. So that way nothing was super crazy. And I do think the helmet is like probably the coolest part of this. So yeah, this one is definitely cool. It definitely is not like one of the sets that I'm like, this one is like a 10 out of 10. It's probably like more like a 6 out of 10. So yeah, let me know what you guys, or how would I improve this? Let me know what you guys would improve this. As for the next set, we're going to be utilizing the chest piece. So this is very unfortunate because I remember looking at this armor and thinking, man, the stack is going to look really cool with this chest piece. And a commenter, I think on the review video or one of the class specific videos, I don't remember which one. I'll try to find it somewhere. But yeah, they told me, oh yeah, I put the stag with this, and I absolutely fucking screamed at myself internally because that is what the one piece I wanted to use. So this one's not bad by any means. I like the Meridian Constellation visor with the Iron Intent chest piece because I think they look really cool. I would just have to switch the shader around because the crown at the back for the helmet is a different gold than the actual gold of the chest piece. That's the only annoyance that I would do with it. And honestly, I would probably just switch it out with Dreaming Spectrum. I think Dreaming Spectrum, the one from Last Wish. That's the one I would switch out for just because they would make it look way better. For the arms, we're going to be using Chimera Sting for the necrotic grips. And then for the boots, Shadow Boots, and then for the bond, we're also using Iron Intent. So shader wise, Royal Protector is what we're using. I like the shader. It's one of my favorite shaders. I just don't think it looks good with this set. To be fair, I made this like a week ago, I think. So obviously I'm going to have a little bit of a different opinion when it comes to sets that I've made, which is fucking hilarious to me. But yeah, I would definitely switch out the helmet for the stag, and then the arms and boots. Boots actually I think are fine. The arms I definitely would switch out for something else. Maybe the Meridian Constellation arms would be a better choice just because they do have wraps. That being said, they most likely will shader differently to the chest piece, which is very unfortunate. And the bond would probably stay the same if I'm being quite honest. I think the bond is fine here. So yeah, a few things I would change here would just be the exotics, and then the arms and helmet, or the arms specifically would just be Meridian Constellation. That being said, the Meridian Constellation helmet and the arms are unfortunately not in game anymore. They are from the season pass. So if you were asking like what would I switch out for this specific set, I would honestly just switch out something that has a little bit more of a crown look. The armor from Witch Queen, specifically the really long helmet, I think that one would be pretty cool. That being said, I don't think it would be that great just because it clashes a little bit thematically with this one. So honestly, the Iron Banner helmet, specifically the one from D1, I think would be really good. My only gripe about it is that the helmet looks way too small to the point where the horn at the front, not horn, but like the tip of the helmet is almost like 1-to-1 with the shoulder pads. So that's why I didn't use it, because I just don't think it looks kind of like a squanchy look for me. So yeah, overall, there's definitely things I would switch out for here. Stag would be the thing I would switch out like easily. I think the main reason why I didn't see the stag as a potential is because I usually have the ornament on it, and for this one specifically, I would have it without the ornament, just the skull. I think that would be cool because then you can go for like a shaman look, which would be really cool. But let me know what you guys think about this one. And last but not least, we're going to be using the Iron Intent boots. Now, I have to say, this is probably my favorite set in this video just because it is wild to see how good the chest piece, the Plaguebreaker robes, and the Iron Intent boots go together. It's crazy. Like all of the not geometry, but like the design of the boots are so in line with the chest piece. It's kind of crazy. For the helmet, Hexer hood, for the bond, Lightkin bond, and then for the actual exotic, we're going to be using the Crystalline Lodestar ornament for the Osmiomancy gloves. Now, I love this set. I think this is probably the best set, and it's going to be a set that I use with Osmiomancy. This is going to be like one of the premier sets that I had in my head, just because all of these pieces go well together. The Iron Bone shader is putting mad work in this set. I think the leather color is super cool, but then you have that white like chrome color for every metal. And the cool thing about this set is the fact that like there's just like the chrome metal for everything but the helmet is more of an accent, which is why I really like all of these sets. And Crystalline Lodestar is such a perfect set for this, just because the glove is actually leather, and then the armor pieces is just like, again, ornamental and whatnot. So overall, I think this is probably the best set in this video, if I'm gonna be honest, just because everything looks amazing. Don't get me wrong, I do think like the first one is pretty cool. The second one definitely is not my favorite. The third one has work to do, but I think it's between the first and the fourth one. I think these two are just so beautiful together. But honestly, this one, if you were to ask me like what would be one thing you would switch out from this, it would most likely be the helmet, Hexer hood. That being said, I love this helmet. Like, it's not a bad helmet at all. Like, it has a slight glow, which is blue, which goes really well with the glow on in the Crystalline Lodestar. That crystal actually there goes together with it. Like, honestly, this is a banger. This is my favorite set right now, and I'm happy that I made a set for Osmiomancy gloves, because I don't think I've reviewed Osmiomancy gloves, so that's probably going to be a video that I'm going to be doing, and this set is going to be in there just because I do really like Crystalline Lodestar. That being said, I will most likely, well, I mean, it has more ornaments, so yeah, I will have more pieces or sets to it. So that is pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. I had a lot of fun making the Warlock sets. I always have fun making these sets just because new pieces are always so much fun to like see the potential and like do some cool sets. Now that's not the case for Doki Doki set, just because I hate a lot of those pieces, and a lot of it is because of the ribbons. I think there's too much of the like the ribbon knots. That's like my only gripe about that armor, is like the armor looks really cool. It's just whoever designed it to have so many knots, that's like where my issue lies. It's just a little too much in my opinion. I get it's supposed to be like the Japanese cutesy armor stuff, but like I don't think Japanese, like I think they went heavy-handed with the ribbon knots. That's all I'm trying to say. Yeah, after this video is done, be ready to look at the Shade Stalker armor set. We're going to be reviewing how it looks and how it shaders, and then the class specific videos as well. We're getting work on that this week. While I'm doing the Shade Stalker armor, I will also be doing the new Dawning armor, and then finishing up the armor from all of the other stuff, specifically the Doki Doki set and the season pass ornaments as well. And then after I'm done with that, we're going to be looking at the new universal helmet from the season pass after we get into the act 3, which obviously we're still not there yet. So yeah, still a lot to do. Also want to do shaders. Remember, this is the last week of Iron Banner, so if you are interested to get some of these armor sets and the shader, you have one last week until I think we have one more on act 3 if I remember correctly. So we might have one or two actually, I don't know. I think it's only one. But yeah, we have 2 weeks of Iron Banner, so that is kind of like the offset is we have 2 weeks of Iron Banner, which is really cool because the first week I got the armor, and then this last week I haven't really played, to be quite honest, but I will be playing probably tomorrow until I get up to Legend again, so that way I can get that shader so I can review it. But yeah, really excited to see a bunch of the armor that we're going to be getting, just because I'm really excited to really start to experiment with this stuff. I also want to make a video on Destiny Rising, just because I want to explain, or I want to tell you guys if I'm going to be playing the game or not. Spoiler alert, I'm not going to be playing it, but I'm going to go into further depth as to why I'm not going to be playing it. It's not just, oh, it's Destiny and the game's bad, or it's, was it Tencent, I think it was? Oh, it's a Chinese company that made a game, a mobile game. I don't trust it, even though that is definitely the case for myself. I don't trust gachas in the slightest. And this is coming from someone who plays gachas. I just am very picky of which gachas I play. So we're going to talk about it a lot more in depth in that video. But let me know what you guys think about Destiny Rising. Let me know what you guys think about this armor set. Let me know what you guys think in general. Love to have a conversation with you. Other than that, be safe. I will see you guys later.